It's a Friday morning here on the AM Show. My name is Benedict Toos. Well, we're going into a weekend where we expect lots of action on the field in the English Premier League. We'll continue. The big one, of course, tomorrow is Manchester City, Manchester United in the Manchester Derby. Also, we'll have the Ghana Premier League, which will enter day 28 this Sunday with big matches. One All-Stars, Aduana Stars, Kumasi, Asante Kotoko, Accra Hearts of Oak, all will play a part in the Ghana Premier League this very weekend. Then we'll also do the La Liga. Then one big one Ghanaians will be watching out is the boxing bout involving Richard Comey and Easter Junior. Will bring you a special report by our sports editor Nathaniel Arthur. Then later on in our major sports bulletin, that's at 2 on Sports Today, we'll bring you the full report ahead of that big bout later this evening. But first, we start here on the local scene and we'll talk about the World Hockey League, which is starting today, Friday, at the Theodosia Oko pitch. Well, Sports Minister Neil Lanté van der Poy was at the launch and he promised to construct more pitches in tertiary schools.
I totally agree with Richard on the need for us to locate and situate hockey pitches within our tertiary institutions. Because of the calendar we have as far as education and sports is concerned, we have now to turn attention to the tertiary institutions because it looks like our sportsmen spend more time for sports at the tertiary level than at the basic level. Hitherto, it wasn't the case. Today, young people start playing hockey maybe at the JHS level. 3 years, they are off. At the SHS level, if you're not lucky and you get into the school in a year when they are not playing hockey, it means that if you're a hockey player for 1 year, you go rusty. So the next option will be the tertiary institution. Well, we are discussing with the Ghana Education Service to review this calendar. They've accepted, and we are sure that with the next academic year, they will do all-round, all sports within their curriculum. In saying that, what it means is that we must have the facilities so that as more people develop interest in the various disciplines, there are facilities for them to continue to practice and to perfect themselves.
So that was Sports Minister Neil Lanté van der Poy. The Hockey World League will begin today, Friday, at the Theodosia Oko pitch. So if you happen to be here in Accra, you can make your way there and see some hockey for yourself. Well, let's do football now. And the Ghana Premier League enters week 28 this Sunday with 8 matches across the various league centres. Accra Hearts of Oak will be at home to play Ebuson Doves. Obviously, big one for the Phobians coming at the back of, Sergio Trago's demotion to the youth team. Now, interim coach Yao Prekon will be in the dugout for the first time with his assistant, that's Samuel Ado. Well, Yao Prekon has been speaking ahead of the game on Sunday.
Yeah, they were really down. If I won't tell you, if I tell you, they psychologically they were really down. But I spoke to them. We had a couple of meetings on the pitch before training and after training, and I psyched them up, and I've been educating them. How important these 3 matches is going to be. Even if we can win the league, we have to win on a high note. And they believe. Due to some circumstances beyond our control, we should have at least finished the league hands down by now. But hey, this is part of football, and we just don't have to give up. We're going to go in. So psychologically, gradually they are there, and I believe by Sunday they will be prepared for the game.
So that was interim coach of Accra Hearts of Oak, Yao Prekon. Well, Accra Hearts of Oak will play Ebuson Doves at the Accra Stadium, one of many matches which will be played this Sunday. So quickly we'll go through the fixtures for match day 28 of the Ghana Premier League. And as you can see, Hearts of Oak, Ebuson Doves will be at the Accra Stadium. They will have Aduana Stars will take on Techiman City. So Aduana Stars will be hoping to get all 3 points to keep their title winning ambitions on course. And also Liberty Professionals at the Dansoman Karindorf Park will play Wa All Stars. Remember, All Stars are leading the Premier League table with 48 points. So if they're able to get a win from this game, they will be inching closer to the Premier League title. Then we'll have Mediama FC will take on Kumasi Asante Kotoko at the Takwa TNA Park. Dreams FC are back to the Theatre of Dreams where they will play Interallies, and we'll have Chelsea up against the defending champions Ashanti Gold. New Dibiase will take on Bechem United, newly crowned MTN FA Cup champions Bechem United, and Hazakes up against Wafa at the Sekondi Esipon Stadium. So from the Ghana Premier League, we talk the Division 1 League, and obviously Division 1 League is where teams play, and if you're able to top your group, that's the three zones, you make it to the Ghana Premier League next season. And as I speak to you now, Elmina Sharks have been able to qualify, and next season they will play in the Ghana Premier League. Well, as part of things, they are doing to ensure that next season's Division 1 League becomes extraordinary. Now, the man in charge of the Division 1 League board, that's their chairman, Owahine Champon, has been speaking to Joy Sports, and for him, next season they are planning of using stewards to ensure that things go well at match venues.
But for instance, I believe that we should introduce stewards for our matches. If we can have each club bring in 3 or 4 people for training, say with the military, we should collaborate with the military, train them, and then we dispatch them to these centers. They can then man the inner perimeters and maybe have one person attached to the team, for ease of everything.
So that was Division 1 League Board Chairman Owahine Champon there. From the local scene, let's do international stories. And in my intro, I noted that, there's this big game coming up tomorrow, 11:30, the Manchester Derby, involving Jose Mourinho and Pep Guardiola. It's not about the two teams, right? But it's about the two managers. You all know what happened when the two managers were in Spain, Barcelona, where Pep Guardiola was, and Real Madrid, where the man Jose Mourinho was. Well, they find themselves in England, and on the other side is Manchester United, where Jose Mourinho is, and we have Pep Guardiola at Manchester United City. And this is the Manchester Derby. Well, Zlatan Ibrahimovic has been looking forward to the game. Zlatan is going to be his first Manchester Derby since signing for Manchester United. Remember, Zlatan Ibrahimovic also played for Pep Guardiola whilst he was at Barcelona, and those days Zlatan used to face Jose Mourinho's Real Madrid. So big one this weekend. Zlatan has been speaking ahead of that big game tomorrow. And it's obviously already clear that both teams want to win this season's English Premier League, but they would want to make a statement of intent in this game, which is happening tomorrow, 11:30 in the EPL. Well, away from that, we'll have other matches as well on Saturday and Sunday. So quickly, we'll go through the matches to expect in the English Premier League this weekend. And as you can see on your screens now, apart from the Manchester United City derby, you have Arsenal will be at the Emirates Stadium to play Southampton. West Ham United, Watford will be at the London Stadium, and Stoke City at the Britannia Stadium will play host to Tottenham Hotspur. Bournemouth will come up against West Bromwich Albion. They will have Burnley take on Hull City. There is Middlesbrough up against Crystal Palace, and Liverpool back to Anfield for the first time in this season's English Premier League will take on Leicester City, defending champions, on Sunday. 2 matches for you: Swansea, Chelsea, and Sunderland will take on Everton at the Stadium of Light. So from the English Premier League, we'll do the Spanish La Liga, and Barcelona will be hoping to defend the title they won last season. They've started on a very good note, winning 2 out of 2 games, and just over the week, they have unveiled their new signing, that's Paco Alcácer, ahead of this weekend's game. Now is on tomorrow in the US Open Women's Division. This time it's not going to be Serena Williams, rather Angelique Kerber and Pliskova in the finals, and Angelique Kerber will be named the world women's #1 tennis player. She is overtaking Serena Williams for the first time. Serena Williams actually has been on for the last 18 months. Now we'll do boxing, as I noted, and in the next 24 hours, Ghana's Richard Comey will enter the biggest bout of his life as he battles Robert Easter Jr. for the IBF lightweight title. Well, the two boxers had their way in yesterday. Joy Sports' Nathaniel Atto has been looking ahead to the bout later today.
We are going to witness the most anticipated match for the Championship of the world. Are you ready? Fans, are you ready? For the thousands in attendance and the millions watching around the world, from the capital city of the United States of America, Washington, D.C., ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to rumble!
I'm here in the center of Jamestown in Accra, which is a little off the high street, and this is the path to the Bronx Gym where Richard Commey is training. Now, Richard Commey has landed an opportunity to fight for the IBF title, and this will happen in the United States of America, specifically in Pennsylvania, against Robert Easter Jr. This is an opportunity he's been waiting for a very long time, and it's finally here. So I'd like you to come with me as we take a look at how he prepares on a daily basis ahead of this very big date with Destiny.
Yes, sir. Definitely follow Nathaniel Atto, to see the rest of the story on, Sports Today later today is at 2 p.m. Make sure you join us for the full documentary going into that big bout for Richard Commey. It is the IBF lightweight title bout involving Ghana's Richard Commey and Robert Easter Jr. from the United States of America. That's how we end sports here on the AM Show. My name is Benedict Owusu. Make sure you read more sports stories for yourself on MyJoy Online. Just get to the sports page and keep following us on Twitter at Joy Sports GH. On Facebook is at Joy Sports. It will definitely bring you more on Richard Commey, build up to that big bout. Also, the Ghana Premier League week 28 fixtures for you on pause. We will extend the discussion on the Ghana Premier League. Then we'll do more on the English Premier League as well as the Spanish La Liga. Enjoy the rest of the program and have a great day.